On the 6th day of freshman orientation, Isabel gave her guy best friend a bottle of water. This time, Ryan didn't press the issue. He just calmly told her they were done. Just because of a bottle of water? Isabel scoffed. Fine. This time try to make it last a few more days. I could use the peace and quiet. Her friends chimed in. Careful how you treat him. A guy that handsome might get snatched up by a senior. Isabel snorted. He's just petty. He argues with me over every little thing. His family had arranged for him to study abroad, but he insisted on turning it down, even accepting a transfer into an unpopular major just to go to the same university as me. 3 days of the silent treatment is his absolute limit. Ryan said nothing. He'd loved her for 7 years, followed her to the same university. Isabel was the first love he thought would last a lifetime. But what she didn't know was he could let go of the wrong person, and he could also leave the wrong university. He was already in the process of withdrawing. He'd already applied to a university in London. As soon as his visa came through, he was leaving. Isabel, I'm really done chasing you. After he said they were breaking up, Isabel was the one who blocked him first. Her guy best friend, Lucas, video called Ryan. He was in the middle of deleting their photos. His finger slipped, and he accidentally answered. On the screen, a group of people were having dinner in a private room at a restaurant, laughing and talking loudly. Ryan's pride. Are you sure he'll beg you to unblock him? Aren't you worried he might actually be done for real this time? Hearing her friend's question, Isabel snorted and took a sip of her juice. You guys don't get it. Ryan can't live without me. He's been brilliant since we were kids. His family had his whole future planned out, studying abroad, a career in research, but he threw it all away, even took a spot in an unpopular major just to be at the same school as me, she said with absolute confidence. 3 days of the silent treatment is his limit. After that, he'll come crawling back, begging for my forgiveness. Lucas, sitting next to her in a black leather jacket, wrapped his arm intimately around her shoulder and joked, Wow, looks like our Isabel is quite the master at training her pets. The other girls laughed. I'd be careful. A guy that good-looking, especially at the start of the semester, might get picked up by a senior. Isabel smirked, completely unconcerned. That would be perfect. I could use the break. When he realizes no one else compares to me, maybe he'll finally learn to behave. Another girl teased, You've got guts, Isabel. If I had a boyfriend that rich and handsome, I'd be pinching myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming. I definitely wouldn't be blocking him. Hearing this, Isabel's expression changed, and she sighed. I'm just so tired of it. We've been in orientation for 6 days, and we've fought 4 times. Every single time it's been about Lucas. The guy was exhausted from drills, so I gave him a bottle of water. Ryan wouldn't listen to a word I said and demanded an explanation. How can someone be that ridiculously petty? Lucas shrugged nonchalantly. Hey, it's no big deal. If he can't stand me, I'll just keep my distance. Anything to stop you two from fighting. Don't worry, I won't make things hard for you. The girls immediately jumped to his defense. Ryan really does have an attitude problem. You think it's just guys being jealous? I mean, Lucas might not come from money like Ryan, but he's got the looks and the personality. Ryan's rich, sure, but money is nothing compared to an interesting soul. Before Lucas could say anything, Isabel frowned. Don't say that. Ryan is my boyfriend, and Lucas is my best friend. They're both important to me. I don't actually want to break up with him. I just want to teach him a lesson about his temper. He's so paranoid, it would drive anyone crazy. Ryan couldn't listen to any more. He quietly ended the call. His mood hit rock bottom. Just then, the food he'd ordered arrived. He started eating, his face blank, but his hand holding the fork was trembling. The food was tasteless. Isabel and Ryan grew up together, childhood sweethearts from innocent friends to a couple. They'd known each other for over a decade. Taking care of her had become second nature to him, but this time, he truly wanted it to be over. It wasn't like she said at all. He wasn't going back to her. A moment later, his mother called. Ryan, are you serious about withdrawing and studying abroad? Yes, I'm serious. His mother asked, What about Isabel? I thought the whole point was to go to school with her. A long-distance relationship across an ocean is a huge deal. You need to be sure about this. Her question just made it worse. His heart sank all over again. He struggled to explain that they had already broken up. He finished by saying, Mom, I'm sorry, But I'm just now realizing that I can't sacrifice my future for Isabel by staying at a school and in a major I hate. I want to forge my own path, not just for someone else." After he finished, his mother was quiet for a moment. She sounded surprisingly relieved. "You've grown up, son," she said. "I was always just wanted you to be happy, but now I see that Isabel really isn't the right girl for you. The term in London doesn't start until next month, and your acceptance offer is still valid. Don't worry, there's plenty of time. I'll get the visa paperwork sorted out for you right away." Ryan managed a faint smile. "Thanks, Mom." After pulling himself together, he packed up all the little trinkets and gifts Isabel had given him over the years. He carried the box downstairs to throw it out. As he walked out of the dorm, he saw Lucas walking Isabel back. She was draped over him, the two of them laughing and shoving each other playfully. "That was just one case of beer. I could go another 10 rounds with you, Isabel. You ready to admit defeat?" Isabel was laughing too. Then she saw Ryan and froze. She quietly put some distance between herself and Lucas. She probably expected him to get jealous like he always did, to grab her and demand an explanation. But this time he just walked past them with the box in his arms. He didn't even look at them. Isabel glanced at the box and then raised a hand to stop him. "Wait, you can throw out the rest, but you have to keep the jar of stars. Took me a whole month to fold all of those. I'm not doing it again." Ryan said, "You're mistaken. I have no intention of asking an ex for gifts." Isabel looked him up and down, then arrogantly turned her head away. "Just don't come crying to me later." Ryan turned to leave, but Lucas stopped him. "Ryan, don't get the wrong idea. Isabel had a little too much to drink tonight, and I was worried, so I walked her back. She really just sees me as a friend, nothing more. Look, just think of me as one of her girlfriends, okay?" "A girl?" Ryan snapped. "Do her girlfriends play couple characters with her in online games? Do they have their arms around her waist all the time? Do they take her out cruising in a miniskirt? What's wrong with you? If you've got a problem, go see a doctor. Don't come near me with this crap again, or I swear I'll knock you out." Lucas was stunned into silence. He let out a dry, awkward laugh, his face flushing with embarrassment. "I didn't realize you'd get upset over something so small. All right, fine, I'll apologize. I'm sore." Isabel pursed her lips and pulled him behind her. "Don't you dare apologize to him. We're in college now. Who do you think you are, acting so high and mighty? Get over yourself. Throw it away for all I care. I'm not making him another one." Ryan didn't waste another second. He walked over to the nearest trash can and threw the box in with a loud thud. Back in his dorm room, he collapsed onto his bed and fell into a restless sleep, exhausted and overwhelmed. He had a series of fragmented dreams, all of them about Isabel. "When we were 5, an adult. What a chubby little girl." Isabel, always so conscious of her appearance, immediately burst into tears. Ryan jumped down from his chair, ran over, and hugged her. "Don't cry. You're super cute, Isabel. You're my favorite." He planted a loud kiss on her cheek as the adults chuckled around them. She looked at him, her crying stopping as she stared. From innocent childhood to our first crush, Isabel and Ryan were by each other's side as they grew up. More than a decade passed in a flash. She used to always say, "Ryan, who else would ever treat me as well as you do?" And he always believed she would be his forever. Until sophomore year of high school, when Lucas showed up. He was Ryan's complete opposite. Lucas was the resident bad boy. He was wild and loud. He had a buzz cut and was always chewing gum, claiming he was trying to quit smoking. Ryan lost count of how many times Isabel made an exception for him. He remembered her saying, "Don't be fooled by how Lucas acts in public. In private, he's actually very quiet. He comes from a bad home. His dad hits him. I just feel like we're the same kind of person. Both people who are just desperate to break free." They clicked instantly, like they'd known each other forever. They started riding motorcycles, skateboarding, trying every extreme sport they could think of. And whenever Ryan was tutoring Isabel, she'd bring Lucas along so he could help him with his grades, too. Every time Isabel and Ryan were on a date, Lucas would always call her away with some excuse. Ryan finally lost his temper. "Can you please stop hanging out with him? I don't like him." Isabel just looked at him, confused. "You can't do the stuff we do. I don't take you because I'm afraid you'll get hurt. Why are you yelling at me, you jerk?" After that, she'd get annoyed any time Ryan even mentioned Lucas's name. She started just going to hang out with him first, only coming back to Ryan when she was done. looking completely satisfied. She'd say, "Are you done with your little tantrum now?" No one knew the reason Ryan broke up with Isabel wasn't just because of a bottle of water. On the second day of orientation, when everyone was exhausted and went to bed early, Isabel snuck out with Lucas to go street racing and didn't come back all night. They had just had a huge fight. Ryan called her over and over, but she never picked up. Then he saw a local news clip on TikTok about a motorcycle accident. Panicked in the middle of the night, he rushed to the overpass, a complete mess, so frantic that he wasn't thinking straight. He threw the car door open before it even came to a complete stop and tumbled out. He rolled across the pavement, scraping himself up. His shoulder was a mess of raw, bleeding scrapes, but when he looked up, he saw them in the distance. Lucas was holding a terrified Isabel in his arms, whispering comforting words to her. In that moment, Ryan was finally done. He thought, "That's it. You have to accept that nothing lasts forever." 2 weeks later, Ryan was eating in the dining hall when he got the notification that his visa was approved. His mother said his passport was in the mail. If everything went according to plan, he would be gone in 3 days. Just then, Isabel and Lucas walked into the dining hall, and of course, they sat at a table right near Ryan's. Lucas was acting like her boyfriend, theatrically dumping the food he didn't like onto her plate. Isabel laughed and playfully hit him, but she kept glancing over at Ryan. It was like she was waiting for him to be the one to break the silence. It had been 2 weeks, and Ryan hadn't contacted Isabel once. When they ran into each other, he acted like she was invisible. This time was no different. He picked up his tray and walked away without a word. That night, a picture of Ryan eating in the dining hall was posted on the Campus Crush page. Someone asked if he had a girlfriend. He commented, "No." A few moments later, Isabel's account replied to his comment. Question mark? Getting bold. "Are we, Ryan? How dare you say you don't have a girlfriend?" Ryan rarely used Instagram, so he'd forgotten that they hadn't unfollowed each other yet. Isabel sent him a DM. 2 weeks. You're still salty over a bottle of water? Your temper is really something else these days. Tell me you miss me, right? Right after he decided to end things, he couldn't stop thinking about Isabel, but now he could face her with a certain degree of calm. He didn't say much, just, "What do you want?" "If nothing, I'm blocking you." "Go ahead, block me, winky face." Isabel's tone was breezy. She thought he was just looking for an excuse to make up. "How about we get dinner tomorrow? I won't bring Lucas. Fall break is coming up, and we have to go home together, anyway. You can't avoid me forever, so it's a date." Wah. Even now, Isabel still thought Ryan was just throwing a tantrum, just a longer one than usual. In the past, all it took was for her to act a little cute, and he would have caved and forgiven her. "I'm patient, but that's only when I don't want to break up." He didn't reply. He blocked and deleted Isabel on everything, including her phone number. The next day, Isabel cornered Ryan in the dining hall. "Ryan Miller, you've really grown a backbone, haven't you? I unblocked you ages ago. You didn't even notice. And now you're avoiding me." She had that arrogant look on her face as she reached for his phone. "Hurry up and add your girl back." Ryan pulled his phone away and said loudly, "Hasn't anyone ever told you to stay out of your ex's life?" "Nope," Isabel said, tilting her pretty face up at him. "My experience tells me that giving a certain someone a little space just makes them even more obsessed." This time, Ryan actually laughed out of sheer frustration. He tried to leave, but Isabel pulled him down into a chair. "Okay, you've made your point. I went all the way across town to get you this deli sandwich. The least you can do is eat it. I saw you eating by yourself yesterday. You looked so pathetic without me. You don't have a single person to talk to at this school. By the way, have you booked your flight home for the break?" Ryan said, "It's already booked. It just wasn't a ticket home." "Okay, send me your flight details later. I'll book the seat next to you." Before he could answer, Lucas's angry voice cut in. "Isabel, didn't you tell me you had something important to do?" Sometimes Ryan seriously wondered if Isabel had a tracker on Lucas's phone. How else could he always show up at the perfect moment to interrupt them? Isabel shot him a look and gave him a light punch on the arm. "Why the harsh tone? Isn't making up with my boyfriend important?" But Lucas didn't play along like he usually did. "Do you have any idea I've been waiting all day for you to text me back, trying not to bother you?" Isabel hesitated, saying nothing. Lucas just stared at her. He said in a disappointed, "Heh, I knew it. Right? Making up with your boyfriend is more important than me. But we could have at least eaten together." I could have helped you. Did you have to hide it from me? If you don't want to hang out with me anymore, just say so. I'm not the type to cling. With that, Lucas slammed his tray down on the table. He turned and stormed off. The way he acted, anyone watching would have thought he was Isabel's actual boyfriend, and Ryan was the other guy. Ryan was speechless. He fought the urge to flip his own tray and said, "You should go after him. I can eat by myself. No point in letting good food go to waste. Once I was in London, I wouldn't be able to get food like this." Isabel seemed to think Ryan was just being jealous again and smiled. "So generous of you. Are you sure you don't mind if I go?" She leaned in, studying Ryan's expression with a playful smirk. Ryan looked at her with pure annoyance. "Go if you want to. It has nothing to do with me." She didn't get the reaction she was expecting. Isabel faltered for a second, then she sighed and said, "You always think I don't have my priorities straight, but I'm only friends with him because I feel sorry for him. No one chooses to be a bad boy. You've had everything handed to you your whole life. You've never lacked for love, so you wouldn't understand. But even so, I still love you, you know that, right?" Ryan ignored her and focused on his sandwich. Seeing him eat, Isabel looked relieved. She thought her words had worked their magic. She snapped a picture of him eating. Then she posted it on Facebook with a caption, "Successfully tamed the greenied monster for the millionth time." The next morning, Ryan went to the registrar's office to pick up his stamped withdrawal forms. After getting the official notice, he still had a lot to take care of. His phone kept buzzing with notifications. It was Isabel sending him messages through Venmo payment notes. Payment $1. "Hey, sleepyhead, you up yet?" Payment $1. "Why am I still blocked on iMessage? PFF? Did you forget?" Payment $1. "Didn't sleep a wink last night. I'm exhausted." Looking at the long list of payment notifications, Ryan thought, maybe I should just tell her what was happening. After more than a decade together, they deserved a clean break. But he quickly changed his mind. Lucas had just posted on Facebook, "Pushed it a little too hard last night, and ended up in the hospital. My bestie is so worried she's staying on campus over the break to take care of me. Winky face, winky face." He attached 3 photos. The first was Ryan's deli sandwich sitting on Lucas's hospital bedside table. The second was a shot from above, showing Isabel kneeling on the floor, tying Lucas's shoes for him. The third was of Isabel asleep, leaning against the foot of Lucas's hospital bed. Lucas's bandaged leg was resting casually across her lap. The whole scene was intimate and suggestive. So that's why she hadn't slept all night. It was because of him. Ryan scrolled through the comments, his face a mask of indifference. The dull ache he thought he'd gotten over returned to his chest. "Something's going on here. I'm getting more than just friends vibes from you two. I ship it. You guys look great together. Lucas, you're a legend. Heard she only came to Northwood because of you. Is that true?" "Lucas, it's true. She could have gotten into a much better school, but it was too far away, so she dragged her boyfriend along with her to Northwood instead." "Damn, dude, you're the ultimate player legend. You should teach a class on this stuff." A bitter, indescribable feeling washed over Ryan. He was only just finding out that Isabel had chosen this university because of Lucas. So what did that make him? A joke? He turned off his phone and went back to packing. Even though his heart ached, he didn't shed a single tear. They were already broken up. He wouldn't allow himself to lose control over her again. Late that night, Isabel showed up at Ryan's door. "I'm here to tell you to cancel your flight home. I've thought about it. It's only a few days. There's no point in going all the way back. We can just hang out here." Seeing the look on Ryan's face, Isabel paused. She smiled. "What's wrong? Who upset you now?" Ryan said seriously. "Isabel, we're broken up. Stop coming to see me." Yeah, we're broken up," Isabel said dismissively. She smiled as she pulled a new jar of origami stars from her bag. "I folded a new one for you, like it? If you throw this one away, I'm really not making another. But seriously, cancel your ticket. I'm not kidding. Don't call me during the break wondering why I'm not home. We've barely seen each other while you've been mad. If you're away from me for another week, I'm afraid your jealousy will consume you completely." She tried to press the glass jar into Ryan's hands. He stepped back, his face impassive. "I told you we're broken up, so whether we're apart for a week or a year, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Do you understand?" Isabel stared at Ryan, the color draining from her face. "Oh, so you're still not over it? I really don't understand. What are you so angry about?" A look of annoyance crossed her face. "You know you can't live without me. Yet you insist on being this stubborn. Have I been too easy on you, Ryan? Is that why you've become so arrogant? Ryan shot back. So not wanting to stay here with you makes me arrogant? You're staying for Lucas. Is it fun lying to me, Isabel? I don't care who you spend your time with. Just stop coming to me with these pathetic excuses. It's disgusting. Isabel closed her eyes for a moment, as if she was finally exhausted. She tossed the glass jar onto the floor. Yes, it is partly because of Lucas, but be honest. If one of your good friends got hurt and had no one to look after them, wouldn't you stay? If I hadn't ignored him to deal with you the other day, he never would have gone racing in a fit of anger. It's my fault he got hurt, so of course I should take care of him. This isn't the time to be proud, Ryan. This is my responsibility. She had that same impatient look on her face again. I'm begging you, can we please stop fighting about this? I'm so tired. Ryan didn't want to argue with her anymore either. Fine. Is there anything else? If not, I'm going to bed. He turned and walked back to his dorm. Isabel took a deep breath and yelled after him. Ryan, you've really gone too far this time. I've said what I'm going to say. Whether you cancel your ticket or not, I'm staying here for the break. You'd better think long and hard about this. Give me the silent treatment for another week, and don't come crying to me when Lucas and I get closer. Hearing her final threat, a fresh wave of anger washed over Ryan. Isabel was only using Lucas to threaten him because she was so sure he couldn't live without her. But he was leaving the country. Who cared what happened between her and Lucas? The next morning at 7 sharp, Ryan dragged his 2 suitcases out and got a cab to the airport alone. He used to think he'd be lonely without Isabel by his side, but now he was discovering he would be just fine without her. 20 minutes before his flight was scheduled to board, an unknown number called him. It was Isabel calling from a friend's phone. Ryan, you jerk. Get down here and take me to breakfast. The dining hall is closed for the break. Are you trying to starve your girlfriend to death? Ryan said flatly. I'm not in my dorm. Then where are you? The airport. There was a moment of silence on her end. Ryan, did you even listen to a word I said yesterday? I did. You said you and Lucas were going to get closer. I wish you both the best. Isabel let out an incredulous, angry laugh. She said through gritted teeth, Fine. Just fine. I swear, Ryan, if I ever speak to you again, I'm an idiot. Ryan didn't say anything. He could hear her friend's voice in the background. Your boyfriend is useless. He can't help with anything. Stop waiting for him, Isabel. Lucas is still hungry at the hospital. He asked you to bring him some food. Isabel immediately said, Okay. Before she could hang up, Ryan said, Isabel, if you call me again, I'm changing my number. Isabel scoffed, like I care. After a 10-hour flight, Ryan landed in London. There was so much to do to get settled in a new country. He was so busy that he barely had time to think about anything else. By the time he was finally settled, several days had passed. He opened Facebook, and his feed was flooded with posts from Lucas. He had posted a ton of photos, and Isabel was in every single one. As the days went on, their poses in the pictures became more and more intimate. Ryan even saw one picture of Isabel's profile as she slept next to Lucas in his hospital bed. This girl steals a patient's bed whenever she's sleepy. I'm a guy, you know. Ryan stared at the photo for a long time. In the past, no matter how close Isabel and Lucas were, they had never been that intimate. He remembered what she'd said. Don't come crying to me when Lucas and I get closer. She must have known Ryan hadn't blocked Lucas yet, so she was putting on this show for him to see. A mutual friend had commented on Lucas's post. Wait, doesn't Isabel have a boyfriend? This seems a little inappropriate. Lucas replied, What are you talking about? They broke up. Say one more passive-aggressive thing, and you're blocked. Ryan read it and just shook his head. Then he unfriended Lucas. In the weeks that followed, Ryan changed his phone number and all his social media accounts, and slowly started to make friends at his new university. 2 weeks later, his mother called. She sounded exasperated. Ryan, did you not tell Isabel you were leaving the country? She's been going absolutely crazy trying to find you. Ryan was taken aback. What happened? That girl, a week after the break ended, she finally realized you hadn't come back to campus. She couldn't get in touch with you, so she assumed something terrible had happened and went to the police. Then she found out from the university that you'd withdrawn. She flew home that same night and came to the house asking if you were planning to take a gap year. I told her you'd gone to London to study, but she refused to believe me. She kept saying you would have told her. I didn't want to deal with her, so I sent her away, But now she's showing up at the house every single day, begging to see you, crying. This is driving me crazy, son. Please just talk to her and clear this up. Ryan sighed. To stop Isabel from bothering his mother anymore, he logged back into his old iMessage account. The second he unblocked her number, a video call from her came through. In just a few short weeks, Isabel looked like a completely different person. Her eyes were red and swollen, and her face was pale and drawn. She had dark circles under her eyes, like she hadn't slept in days. You had better explain to me right now what is going on. When she saw the daylight in the window behind Ryan, Isabel finally believed that he was no longer in the country. Ryan, you just left me. Where did you go? Ryan looked at her calmly. Isabel, I told you multiple times that we're broken up. I don't need to report my life plans to my ex-girlfriend, and stop bothering my mother. Isabel laughed a bitter, mocking sound. As she laughed, tears started streaming down her face. A bottle of water? Because of one bottle of water you've done all this? So what's your point? Oh my God, Isabel sobbed, a hysterical mix of laughing and crying. How can anyone be like this? I just don't understand. You threw away your future just to go to the same university as me, and now you're telling me that because I gave someone a bottle of water, you're withdrawing and leaving the country without a single word to me? Who does that, Ryan? I don't accept this. I absolutely will not accept this. Ryan said, but you agreed to the breakup, didn't you? That didn't count. I only agreed because I thought you were just being jealous, like all the other times. What you thought doesn't matter to me. I wasn't buying her, Isabel. Just like you got tired of my paranoia, I got tired of constantly worrying about you. I have nothing left to give. Isabel froze. When did I ever say I was tired of you? Ryan let out a bitter laugh. What? You've already forgotten what you said that day Lucas video called me. Ryan didn't say anything. I'll assume it was an accident, but I heard every word you said in that restaurant. He's so paranoid it would drive anyone crazy. Isabel's face went pale with panic. That was just a joke. If I was really tired of you, I wouldn't keep getting back together with you. I'm used to you being possessive. I put up with it. But this time, why did you take it so seriously? I really don't get it. When you ignored me for those 2 weeks, I was miserable. I kept waiting for you to reach out, just like you always do. Why would you think I was tired of you? When I realized you weren't back on campus, I lost my mind. I was so scared something had happened to you, that you were in an accident. I called everyone we know, trying to find you. I never imagined you would just leave without a second thought and go to another country. Ryan, how could you be so cruel? Isabel's eyes were red, tears streaming down her cheeks. Ryan was so frustrated he couldn't look at her anymore. Are you finished? If you've got nothing better to do, go have a heart-to-heart with your best friend. I have to go eat. Isabel let out a bitter laugh. You're still upset about Lucas? That means you still care about me, right? Ryan said nothing. Don't you dare block me again. That's my final warning, Isabel cried. Ryan, don't make me fly over there and find you. This was giving Ryan a headache. He hung up, completely drained. He believed she was crazy enough to actually do it. It was just one contact. He set her notifications to silent. He wasn't going to reply. For the next 3 days, Ryan posted pictures of all the amazing food he was eating on Facebook. His mother noticed and asked him who was cooking all that food. He told her it was his roommate, another international student. One night, Ryan was really missing food from home. He was trying to cook something in the middle of the night and ended up setting off the smoke alarm. His roommate, Sierra, opened her door, looking thoroughly annoyed. With a scowl on her pretty face, she came into the kitchen and made Ryan a bowl of tomato soup with noodles. He ate every last drop. After that, she started calling him to eat whenever she cooked. Her name is Sierra. We're meal buddies now. His mom gave Ryan a knowing smile. After class, Ryan went to the grocery store to buy some ribs. He was planning to ask his roommate if she wanted to cook them with him. As he reached the bottom of his apartment building, he saw her. Isabel was waiting for him. She was holding a bouquet of flowers. Ryan thought about it. Besides his mom, he hadn't told a single soul his address. She must have figured it out from the background of his Facebook pictures. Isabel looked at Ryan's face intently. You've lost weight since you left. Ryan almost choked. He didn't have the heart to tell her that his roommate's cooking had actually made him gain a couple of pounds. I know you don't want to see me, but I had to come. Isabel pulled out her phone and showed Ryan her screen. I've completely cut Lucas out of my life. Can you forgive me now? Ryan said, it's over between us. Stop bothering me. Isabel stood there, her eyes welling up with tears. Ryan, I'm begging you, please don't talk to me like this. She grabbed his hand, her eyes red and her voice hoarse. Hit me, slap me, do whatever you need to do to let your anger out. Just don't break up with me. Ryan was completely fed up. He yanked his hand away from her. He grabbed the flowers from her and threw them onto the street. What's the point of saying all this now? Where was this energy before, Isabel? You told Lucas over and over again that I was petty and not a real man. But you know that my whole life, very few people have ever dared to disrespect me like that. For you, and only for you, I swallowed my pride countless times, and in the end, I was always the one begging you to come back because I couldn't stand to lose you. You said you didn't want us to be apart, so even though my grades could have gotten me into a much better university, I chose one that you could get into. Do you have any idea how excited I was for our future? I wanted nothing more than to be with you. And then I find out the only reason you chose Northwood was because of Lucas. You played us both perfectly, and you made me look like a complete fool. Isabel's eyes widened in shock. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. The second day of orientation, we fought. I told myself not to overreact, but you wouldn't see me, you wouldn't answer my calls. It was your roommate who finally told me you'd gone out riding with Lucas. I was sick with worry. That night, I crashed my car and messed up my shoulder rushing to find you. And what were you doing? You were crying in Lucas's arms. Isabel shook her head, completely breaking down. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't see you. I was so scared. She tried to move closer to hug him. Ryan's patience was gone. He shoved her away. Isabel stood there, tears streaming down her face, completely stunned. You say you didn't know, but you loved it, didn't you? Hiding behind the "he's just my best friend" excuse so you could flirt with him without any consequences? And don't you dare tell me you didn't know what he was posting on Facebook, Isabel. You're disgusting. Ryan turned to leave. Isabel grabbed onto his arm, refusing to let go. I swear I never liked him, not even a little bit. Those pictures on Facebook? I only let him post them because I wanted to make you jealous. Ryan, we've been together for more than 10 years. I can't just let that go. I'll never hang out with another guy again. I'll never complain about you being possessive. I'm begging you, please don't break up with me. Please. Isabel was a mess, sobbing uncontrollably. She looked nothing like the proud, put-together girl she used to be. She clung to Ryan, refusing to let go. Ryan just lit a cigarette and let her stand there for a good 10 minutes, until Sierra came downstairs wearing an apron and a dark expression. Ryan, dinner. If you don't come up now, there won't be anything left for you. Ryan was busy and asked her to take the ribs upstairs first. Sierra raised an eyebrow. You're not eating? I spent all afternoon making that beef stew you wanted, and now you're not going to eat it? Ryan thought about it. That wasn't fair to her, so he decided to go up and eat. Isabel still wouldn't let go of his arm. Ryan, who is she? Sierra walked over, shouldered Isabel aside, and rolled her eyes. Get a grip. Stop with the soap opera. With her own classes to attend, Isabel couldn't stay in London for long, but she still flew in every weekend to see Ryan. She wouldn't do anything, just stand outside his building and wait. Every time she saw Sierra and Ryan together, she would give Sierra a disdainful look and mutter, so many flies buzzing around. Sierra, holding a bag of groceries, nudged Ryan with her elbow. I think she just called you a piece of crap. Ryan sighed. His ex-girlfriend's constant harassment. Ryan started thinking about moving. He had missed the deadline for on-campus housing, which was why he was renting an apartment off-campus. But it looked like a spot in the dorms had just opened up. When his roommate found out, she didn't say a word. She just stood at the kitchen counter, chopping vegetables with a terrifying amount of force. They didn't speak for the rest of the day. Finally, Sierra came over, still scowling, and asked, Do you want some soup? Ryan felt a little awkward. No, thanks. I'm trying to eat healthier. Sierra considered this for a moment. I can make you a healthier version. Ryan hesitated, sighed. I said, okay. As they were eating, Sierra said, about your ex. If she comes back, I can take care of it. You don't have to move out because of her. Ryan asked how. Sierra just smirked and didn't say anything. Ryan didn't know what she did, but Isabel didn't show up again for a whole month. The only sign of her was the constant stream of messages she sent, stubbornly sharing details of her daily life with Ryan in a futile attempt to connect. Another month went by. Ryan blocked her number because he had accepted Sierra's confession of her feelings for him. The next time Isabel came to find Ryan, it was 8 o'clock at night. Sierra and Ryan were having a barbecue on their apartment's balcony. The mood was just right, and Sierra leaned in close. She asked a little awkwardly if she could kiss Ryan. Ryan's phone buzzed. It was a text from an unknown number. Don't kiss her. 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 Please. Ryan knew who it was from. He glanced down at the street below, but Ryan was ready to say goodbye to his first love and start something new. So, as Sierra closed her eyes, Ryan leaned in and kissed her. Ryan heard later that Isabel stood in the rain all night. She got sick when she flew back home, and she broke her leg in a fall. Ryan never went to see her, not even once. During winter break, Sierra and Ryan flew home together. Ryan took her to meet his mom. His mom looked at Ryan and laughed. You rascal. A few months abroad, and you're glowing. Sierra looked incredibly smug. At the dinner table, Ryan's mom mentioned Isabel. I heard she's planning to be an exchange student in London next year. Her university isn't far from yours. Ryan shrugged, unconcerned. The most I'll do is give her a recommendation for the best Chinese restaurant in the city. Anything more than that was out of the question. There's no point in dwelling on the past. It only brings trouble. Ryan thought. You have to look forward. Sierra, what are you thinking about? Sierra smiled a sweet, angelic smile. She whispered menacingly in Ryan's ear. I guarantee she won't get within a mile of you. Ryan sighed. Sierra, behave yourself. Sierra just snorted, but Ryan could tell she was already plotting something. Ryan had to admit this kind of relationship was so much better.